Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Warren Lizzie. You can as well call me Ijele. It's a beautiful Saturday morning and I've missed you guys. I hope you all missed me as well. So I have seen all your wonderful comments in my comment section and I say may God bless you all for your wonderful contributions, irrespective of what perspective you are coming from. It is deeply appreciated. Like I always used to say, whenever you are listening to me, try and keep an open mind so that you can be able to see the perspective where I'm coming from. So, like I always used to say again, life is a journey, never stop learning, because life never stops teaching you. You continue to learn as long as you live. And then, don't blame it on the individual, blame it on their zodiac signs, because that is the only psychology they know. It's like giving birth to somebody that is void, just like a baby. Their zodiac sign imprints what their character should look like immediately they are born. So they don't know any other thing. No matter what you are talking about, they can't change who they are. So whatever character that you feel that an individual exhibits must come from his or her birth chart. A certain place in the birth chart can be the rising sign, the moon sign, the sun sign, and other placements of the planets can be your Jupiter, your Mercury, where you have your placements. It's exactly how you see things and how you behave. So in this video today, I am going to talk about Emmanuel's sheep. That is the sheep of Emmanuel and Lepo Rose. So this sheep is one of the successful ones that came out of the house. I didn't say it is selling or it is not selling. I say at least it was successful enough to come out of the house. And when they came out amid sheepers, and their sheepers were so numerous, and then they had a lot of gifts from the sheepers as well. Although I had made video before and where I talked about their compatibility, I said before that they are compatible. However, there is a trait in one of them, the dark side of one of them, that will potentially wreck that sheep beyond repair if work is not put in place. If effort is not put in place, because irrespective of how compatible you are with any person, you have a dark side. Everybody does have a dark side that you are supposed to work on. Because you are Cancer and I'm Scorpio, both of us are compatible. We are compatible means that we have what it takes to work with. We have what to work with. We place value the same place. But it doesn't mean that we'll have a successful relationship if we do not place work on our dark sides. So knowing that you are this and you are that, both of you are compatible, your dark sides are still waiting. And that is where both of you have to put in work to make that relationship work. Having the compatibility means that you both have what it takes to stay in a long-term relationship, because both of you place value on the same thing or the same things. Example, Cancers and Scorpios are very compatible. They make good soulmates. Doesn't mean that the Scorpio or the Cancer doesn't have work to do so that that relationship should work. Yes, they have what it takes because both of them place value on their emotions. They don't place value on money. They place value on love, kindness, compassion, their emotions. So they have what it takes to take them long term. But then it is their individual efforts to make conscious effort for it to work. By taming their dark sides, Scorpio should reduce the vengefulness, the bitterness, the competitiveness, and Cancer should reduce the passive aggression and all that. So, but before I get into Emmanuel's ship, whatever, I would like to bring up some of the tweets or some of the worrisome tweets. I think the word is worrisome tweets of Emmanuel lately, and that makes people to raise their eyebrow. Okay. Firstly, before Emma, one of the shippers tweeted that Emma is lucky to have Rose. Then Emma replied that, is it what you called luck? So from there, insults started, and the two fan bases, that's the Lions for Rose and then the Emirates for Emmanuel, started fighting. But it later died down. However, recently, another shipper said Emmanuel is a fan of Rose. Yet you are standing him by extension of Rose, and we are not a fan of the teammate. Okay, and blah 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 blah. Continued like that. But what caught my eyes is Emmanuel is a fan of Rose. So Emmanuel got angry and answered, "I thought school has resumed. Who is this lost being?" From my point of perspective, or he would have ignored. Someone said Emma should have just ignored. However, Emma cannot ignore, because Emma is a Gemini man. Irrespective of his Capricorn rising personality that made him to we perceive him as cool, calm, collected, but core of Emma is still a Gemini man. He can't resist things like this, and most certainly because he is ruled by Mercury, that is the planet of communication. So for a Gemini, they always communicate. They always especially online. I've said it before and I'm saying it again. Just like Queen, the way Queen, started throwing tantrums at things that don't even concern her. They will certainly put out how they feel online, irrespective if that makes them feel better. So that is exactly the way Emma is communicating. It's obvious that he is irritated with the whole shipping business. One person said that Emma, in the trend session of where the video was playing, one person said Emma should not be irritated whenever Rokoro's name is called. If he truly loves Rokoro's, he will always be happy to be called a fan of Rokoro's. Another person said, why is Emma always throwing tantrums? He would have just ignored. Another person said, this ship is obviously having a problem within until when the whole thing comes out on the limelight. So this was the stuffs that I picked from the place that the video was kept. From my perspective, I don't think there is any problem in calling one their lover's fan. In fact, the lover or you are supposed to be your lover's number one fan. You cheer them up in everything they do. You are supposed to be prideful, or you are supposed to have pride in them, irrespective of their little achievements. They are supposed to be able to look up to you and say, yes, my wife or my husband or my lover or my boyfriend is happy for the little I have achieved. You cheer them so that they can do more. But it's the opposite in Emma's case. He is very irritated whenever Rokoro's name is called, especially online. Despite being compatible, that is Aries and Gemini, has a degree of compatibility. That's air and fire. They are the closest relatives. Despite their compatibility, Emmanuel, as a Gemini personality, has some traits, a particular trait or some trait that should be put in check. That was the trait I talked about in the beginning of this video. I'll reveal it now. Those traits about him that has the potential of wrecking the Emmanuel's ship. First of that trait is Gemini men are very flighty. flighty, like someone that is flying away. Flighty in the sense that they are not deep-rooted in relationships. They don't see relationship like that. They see relationship like, okay, it worked, it not work, it not work, is what it is. That is the Gemini man for you. Even when you get married to them, the tendency that they would get out of that marriage is 60 to 70%. It doesn't mean that there is no Gemini marriage that has survived. They will have, but they will have to put in conscious efforts. So, they are flirtatious, extremely flirtatious. Gemini men, they can keep numerous women as friends. In fact, if you can't take it, you just get out of the relationship. They love to flirt with a large percentage of women. They are flirts. They are dangerous ones. So they will keep a lot of feminine friends. So, which most times makes the feminine that is their lover or that they are in close relation to be irritated. So whether they have the Gemini as a rising, example cross, or they is their core, it will always show that there is Gemini somewhere because they are always flirtatious. Even Queen, you can see the way Queen was moving from one man to another in the house to the point that White Money has to call and say, how do you do this thing? How do you move from one person to another always? White Money did not understand that Queen is a Gemini woman and it is what it is. Then, Gemini is another trait that has the potential of wrecking the Emmanuel ship from Emmanuel is they are easily irritated in a relationship. Very little thing irritates them. Probably they came to you to ask you for a little money, and at that point you say you don't have it. Maybe later or something like that, they will be irritated and then secretly planning their exit. So that is the Geminis for you. Then, Geminis don't need deep connections to have sex. They just need mental connection. So they can just travel to a place, meet a fine girl or a fine man, they just started talking and then they start connecting. Probably they've traveled to a certain place before together. Okay, let's just say, okay, have you been to Abuja? I've been to Abuja. Yeah, have you been to this hotel? Before you say Jack, pants are down. They are having sex. That is the Gemini for you. So, these little traits, or these traits of his, should be worked on or checked. So, whenever they start acting irritated when somebody's name is called or their lover or whatever, it's almost time for them to fly off because they are very flighty, very extremely. So, it's not like Geminis don't have love or don't love deeply, don't quote me wrongly, but holding them down in a relationship needs extra work or extra grace of God, if you call that, but it needs extra conscious effort from them. It says like before they even start the extra conscious effort, you have to put it to them that they are like this because they like communication. You put it to them that they are flighty, they are flirtatious, and they want to leave. So facing him or her with the truth that they want to leave or they would certainly leave, they will make conscious effort not to leave, so that your words will not be truth. So, Leo Rose is an Aries woman born on the 30th or 31st of March. Wouldn't be the first to take a bow from that relationship when it certainly nosedives. Because Aries personalities, despite being impulsive, adventurous and all that, they are very loyal in relationships and friendships. They are very loyal. Loyalty is very important to them. That is why you see Rose always very loyal to Emmanuel. And shippers will be dragging her. Why did you the Rose fans, why did you tell us, why are you making us to respect Emmanuel and all that? Because Aries are very loyal, extremely loyal in relationships and friendship. But unfortunately, the Geminis despite being compatible with them, they are compatible, but the degree of compatibility is not 100%. It's like 50 to 60% because Gemini is an air sign, very compatible with Aquarius. You will see Aquarius moving like them, and then Libra as well. Then Aries is a fire sign, compatible with Sagittarius and Leo, but they have some degree of relationship and compatibility with air signs because of their love for adventure, their impulsive nature, their love for outdoor activities. They have some things in common in some certain degree. So they have a lot to work on at the background, showing the differences in their flirtatious energies. So for Emmanuel and Rose, they have to keep check on Emma's flightiness and flirtatiousness, else that ship will potentially wreck, because Emmanuel's dark sides need conscious effort to hold a long relationship down. Until I come next time, I'm still your host, Mora Lizzie. Love you all and bye.